Spy is a covert game in which players try to reveal their opponent's top secret and be the last player remaining. For a two-player game, use only the green and red color cards as they include an extra Bomb 2 card. For a 3 or 4-player game, remove these extra Bomb 2 cards. Each player chooses a spy and takes all cards of that color into their hand. This hand of cards is called your spy base. Each player, in secret, organizes their spy base in an order of their choosing. All bomb cards start rotated so that the lit fuse side is down on the bottom half of the card. Players fan out their cards, and only your double-sided spies should be visible to opponents. Cards may not be rearranged from this point onward. The game is now ready to begin, starting with the youngest player. Spy is a game of deduction in which players move their spy around their spy base to gain information and expose their opponent's hands while carefully concealing their own. Players take turns in clockwise order. In order to win, you'll need to be the last remaining player. You are eliminated from the game as soon as your top secret 2 card is revealed, or you spy a lit bomb in an opponent's hand. To expose your opponent's top secret 2 card, you'll first need to expose both their safes in ascending numerical order, followed by their top secret 1 card. As each card is revealed, the next card in the sequence becomes the new exposure target. Both safes in ascending order, then both top secrets in ascending order. On your turn, you may move or spy. You may perform one, both, or no action at all. To move, declare your movement amount to your opponents, then move your spy past that amount of cards in your hand. You must declare aloud and move the exact amount on the card that your spy is facing in your hand prior to movement. When facing an exposed card in your hand, you may choose to move 1 or 2. Declaring the movement number is how you reveal number information about your hand to your opponents. You may flip your spy, which is to change the direction in which it faces, before and/or after movement. This does not count as a turn movement. To spy, choose an opponent and announce that you are spying on them. You must spy, which is to gain information, on their card that is in the same location as the card your spy is looking at in your hand. This is done from a mirror perspective. Then, your opponent follows these steps. He must declare aloud the type of card that you spied on: safe, top secret, or bomb, but not the number. If the spied card is the exposure target, the next in the exposure order, it is permanently revealed by turning it around to face opponents. If the spied card is a bomb card and it is unlit, your opponent must make a tss sound effect to indicate to their opponents that the bomb is now lit. Then, your opponent rotates it so that the lit side is now on the top half of the card. The lit bomb card remains secret. Finally, if the spied card is a bomb card and already lit, your opponent shows the bomb to all players and you are eliminated from the game. It is then placed lit and hidden back in the same location it came from. For example, the leftmost card in your base is in the same location, from your view, as the leftmost card in an opponent's base. Your spy is facing this card in your base. You take the spy action to gain information about this card in your opponent's base. Your opponent is facing this card in her base. She takes the spy action and spies on this card in your base. Your spy base is a loop in that the 2 cards on the edges are considered next to each other. A spy facing the outer edge is facing the card on the opposite edge of the base. You may freely switch your spy from one edge of the base to the other, but on your turn only. This does not count as a turn movement, as the spy remains in between the edge cards regardless. Again, the direction your spy faces prior to movement dictates which direction he will move in the base. There is one simple rule to keep in mind when taking the move action. The number of cards your spy crosses over during movement must exactly equal the number on the card your spy faced prior to that movement. This rule is helpful to keep in mind when making the loop and moving from one side of the base to the other. The game ends immediately when there is only one player remaining in the game. Here are a few examples for clarity. First, the green player announces to opponents that he is moving 2. Next, he takes the move action and moves his spy over his top secret 2 card. Second, looping around the base, he crosses over his safe 1 card and lands in between the safe 1 and safe 2 cards. Then, he flips his spy card to face the safe 1 card. He chooses to take the spy action and declares which opponent's hand he will inquire about. The purple player makes the tss sound effect, indicating to her opponents that the spied card is an unlit bomb. Finally, she rotates her bomb card to the lit side up, facing her. Example 2. The purple player flips her spy to face the other direction. Next, she announces a movement of 1, then moves her spy across 1 card. Then, she takes the spy action to inquire about the green player's card in this location. This happens to be the green player's exposure target card. It is revealed facing out to his opponents for the remainder of the game.